blog entry 79, and this is from 12/8 of 2022. And so this blog entry is still in Nanaimo, and there's more Swamiji insights from things that he had said, and then some personal reflection where I was thinking about some of the stuff he had said and other conversations me and him had had. So let's see. So Swamiji insights. Swamiji once shared that we have what he called Manu independence, the ability to make only about 2 to 3 truly free choices in a lifetime. These are rare decisions, are not completely bound by karma or modes of material nature, the gunas. They hold a great weight as they shape our future lives, depending on whether we choose a more spiritual path or a more material direction. And he had said there's only about 2 or 3 of those in a lifetime. They don't come around much. That was pretty interesting. That was one thing he had said. Another thing he had said was, wearing orange, the robes of renunciation, is deeply tied to personal growth and seva, or service. It's what you do for Krishna. It's not just symbolic. It's transformational. When you're in orange, the universe seems to work with you. You know someone is going to call 10 minutes before they actually do. There's a sense of alignment and spiritual synchronicity that pervades every aspect of your day. I found that to be very, very much spot on. And it's hard to understand it until you experience it. It's just amazing, though, how, instead of fighting against the material, it just shifts, and your mind is focused on Krishna all the time, and the angels, they come up and they'll say, oh, this is going to happen, and oh, this is going to happen, and everything falls into place. It's really wild. The next thing Swamiji said was, orange also represents the faith required to take the final step out of the material world. Yeah, it's a big step. It's not about effort alone, it's about grace. The peace that comes with not needing to worry is a gift from Krishna. The faith is given, not manufactured. Yeah, that's a solid one. The next one, those who wear orange become spiritual reference points. People recognize that they can come to you with deep spiritual questions, and you are naturally situated among devotees. Your life becomes a visible part of the spiritual path, and others trust that. Yeah, that's really true too. It's really awesome when you're wearing your orange, and I'm still pretty new, so I'm still getting used to it, but people come up, and every so often you just get into these amazing conversations with people you've never really seen before, and it's really a beautiful thing. Wow, it's really nice. Okay, so the personal reflection part. So this is where I was at the time on the journey, and I was just kind of thinking about it. And I asked Swamiji about starting to teach something more basic, and while still working on wearing orange, and he suggested that I started learning Sanskrit as a foundational step. And I shared with him in the past how I wasn't really able to take things as serious without like a powerful transformative experience. Because for Swamiji, he was in a long meditation for several years, and he had a huge transformative experience. And so that laid his foundation for him connecting with Krishna and reuniting with Krishna and Krishna's consciousness to be with him every day from that point forward. And so with me being on a more normal path where you take the step and then you join with Krishna, and as you take these bigger steps and these bigger leaps of faith, I was been growing closer and closer to Krishna as I do it in the more normal path way. It's just different than what his experience was. So I found myself really questioning this at the time, because his faith and his foundation is so deeply rooted in that initial experience that he had that was so profound. And he was really supportive, and he was really wanting me to work on Sanskrit and learning Hindi and those sorts of things. And I'm still working on them some, but probably not as much as I should be. And it said, usually what would happen is what I was afraid of is if I didn't have that big initial experience, I wouldn't have that same foundational piece, and I would just kind of fall to the wayside on my journey. And this was, at the time, this was written back in 2022. And yeah. But at the end of this conversation with Swamiji, I decided to try and take the more traditional road as he had, with Sanskrit and scripture and things like that. And yeah, that's kind of where I was in this blog entry. But yeah, anyhow, that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you have a chance, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Super helpful. And yeah, bye-bye.